the reflection of light. So first, what is light? Light is a type of energy which enables us to see a object. If a bottle is kept there, when a light ray falls on it and reflects and falls on our eyes, we are able to see a bottle. So similarly, we can see all the objects around us due to the presence of light. Then there are two types of objects. So one of the object is luminous object and the other is non-luminous object. What is luminous object? An object which emits its own light. It is known as luminous object. For example, sun, the light bulbs, fire, etc. And the non-luminous objects are the objects which cannot emit their own light or need another light source to reflect and makes us able to see them. Like the objects like a table, a pen, they don't have their own light. There is another light source by which we can see. Then what is reflection? When a ray of light strikes on an object, it reflects back. The light ray comes back, which enables us to see the object on which the light reflects. The light always, there are two types of reflection. One is regular reflection. And the other one is irregular reflection. Before we know about the two types of reflections, let's know about the laws of reflection. So the first law of reflection states that when a light strikes on an object, the angle of incidence is always equal to the angle of reflection. So suppose this is the object. So this is the surface, and when a light ray comes from here, the light ray which comes is known as the incident ray, and the light ray which reflects is known as the reflected ray. So according to the first law, the angle of incidence is always equal to the angle of reflection. Then let's come to the second law, that is when a light the incident ray, the normal and the reflected ray meet at the same point on the surface at the point of incidence. So here we can see the incident ray, the reflected ray and the normal meet at this point on the surface. So this is known as the point of incidence. Now let's come back to the two types of reflection. First, the regular reflection. Regular reflection always occurs on a regular surface, like a plane surface. If the surface is shiny and it is smooth, then regular reflection occurs here. In regular reflection, in regular reflection, the incident ray and all the incident rays are always parallel. But in regular reflection, we can see the reflected rays are also parallel. But when we come to irregular reflection, which occurs on irregular surface, the surface is never smooth, and if the surface is not smooth, the incident ray, as usual, it will be parallel to each other. So now let's come to object and image. What is an object? Anything which gives out light is known as object. Object can have its own light, or it can reflect the light of another luminous object. Then what is an image? Image is an optical appearance produced when light rays coming from an object are reflected from a mirror or reflected through a lens. For example, while we watch a movie, in cinema halls we have seen the light rays fall on the projector. There are projectors. The light rays fall on the screen, which means that the image is formed on the screen from the light rays coming, which are reflecting on the in a mirror of the projector. So now we have two types of image. One is real image, and the other is virtual image. So what is a real image? A real image is a type of image which we can capture on a screen. Like I gave an example. When we watch movie on the cinema, in a cinema hall, we can see real images are formed on the screen. Then what is a virtual image? Virtual image is a image which is just an imaginary image. We cannot capture it on any screen. It is always found behind the mirror. Now we have come to know about the types of image. So let's come to types of mirror. We can see there are three types of mirror. One is plane mirror. In plane mirror, a surface is plane. The surface of the mirror is plane, smooth, and shiny. Here the laws of reflection are always applicable. But when we come to concave mirror and convex mirror, they are a part of a spherical object. Like take a circle. Suppose this is the mirror. If we cut the circle into half, suppose this side is shiny and our light can reflect over here, then it is a concave mirror. If we take the other half of the sphere and the sphere is shiny from this side and the light rays can reflect from here, then it is a convex mirror. So first we will learn about plane mirror. The properties of the image formed by a plane mirror. So when an image is formed on a plane mirror, the image is always virtual and it is always laterally inverted. So like what is laterally inverted? When an object is formed, we have seen normally when we see a mirror on a dressing table, we can see the image is always laterally inverted. Like if we are showing our left hand, then on the image we are able to see it on the right side. So here also, in the images formed by the plane mirror, we can see the image of the image size is always equal to the object size, and the distance. Suppose this is a plane mirror, and the object is over here. Then the image is always formed here, and the distance between the object and the mirror is always equal to the distance between the image and 10 centimeter. Then what will be the distance between the mirror and the image? So we know that the distance between object and mirror is 10 centimeter, and we also know that distance between object and mirror is always equal to the distance between image and mirror. So the distance between image and mirror will also be 10 centimeter. Now let's come to spherical mirrors. Before that, we know that we have two types of spherical mirror. One is concave mirror and the other is convex mirror. Let's learn about convex mirror first. In a spherical mirror, there are some points like to form an image. Like let's see in a concave mirror first. There is an imaginary line which is there is an imaginary line that is the radius of curvature. So this imaginary line, this is known as the radius of curvature. This is the focus and this is the pole. The imaginary line which passes through all these points is known as the radius of the spherical mirror. First, let's know what is the pole. The pole is the center of the mirror, and the radius of curvature is the radius of the mirror, and focal length is the point where an image is formed when the rays of light come from an infinity source. Now let's learn about the principles of the formation of image on a spherical mirror. So the first principle is, if the beam of light passes parallel with the principal axis, then it reflects to the principal focus. So let a beam of light coming from it goes parallel to the principal axis after reflection. So if the ray of light, this is the incident ray, then the reflected ray will be always parallel to the principal axis. Then the third principle is, if a ray of light incident at the pole of the mirror, then it reflects obliquely. Means if the ray of light will incident at the pole, then it will reflect obliquely. Means the angle of incidence will be equal to the angle of reflection. Now let's know about the fourth principle, which is, if a ray of light passes through center of curvature, and incident at the mirror, then it reflects in the same path. If the ray of light will pass through the center of curvature, then the light will again reflect back on the same path. Now let's see the formation of image on a concave mirror. First, there are 6 types of formation of image on a concave mirror. First is when the object is at infinity. The second is when the object is at center of curvature, that is C. When the object is at beyond the center of curvature, object between center of curvature and focus, object at focus, and the sixth is the object between focus and the so the image is diminished and the image will always be real and inverted. Here in the third case, the object is at C, which is here when the object is at C, we can see the reflected rays coincide at the other side of the principal axis at C. So the image formed will be at C. The size of the object will also is equal to the size of the image, and the image is always real and inverted.
Principal focus of a concave mirror.
When the principal focus is the point between pole and the center of curvature, where images are formed when the rays of light come from the infinite.
A full length of a distance tall building can definitely be seen by using which type of mirror?
Convex mirror.
We prefer convex mirror as a rear view mirror in vehicles. Why?
Because we can see very large area in a short space. So it is used as rear view mirror.
Thank you.
Define the principal focus of a concave mirror.
When the rays of light come from infinity, the reflected ray always passes through a point between O and the center of curvature, which is known as the principal focus.
Why do we prefer a convex mirror as a rear view mirror in vehicles? Why do we prefer a convex mirror as a rear view mirror in vehicles?
We prefer a convex mirror as a rear view mirror in vehicles because a convex mirror can capture a large area within a small space.
Differentiate between real image and virtual image.
Real images can be captured on a screen. Virtual images cannot be captured on a screen. Real images are not imaginary, but virtual images are imaginary.
Properties of image formed by a plane wave.
The image is the distance between the mirror and the image is always equal to the distance between the object and the mirror. The image will always be virtual and laterally inverted.
Uses of a plane mirror.
A plane mirror is used in the dressing tables and we use the plane mirrors normally.
What is the real image?
Image which can be captured on a screen is a real image.
The uses of concave mirror.
The uses of concave mirror are like we can use it in saving mirrors. Like the mirrors used by the dentists to see the teeth of a patient clearly in a magnifying way.
Define the principal focus of a concave mirror.
When the ray of the imaginary line which passes through the center of curvature and the pole is known as principal axis.
What is spherical mirror? What are the types?
Spherical mirror. A spherical mirror is a part of a sphere in which any side is shiny and it can reflect the light. There are two types of spherical mirror, a concave mirror and the convex mirror.
Uses of convex mirror.
Convex mirrors are used in rear view of cars and motorcycles, rear view mirror, and they are also used in the headlights of mirror. Two laws of reflection. The first law of reflection is the angle of incidence is always equal to the angle of reflection, and the second law is the incident ray, the reflected ray, and the normal will always meet at the point of incidence.
The relation R equal to what is valued of who is
R is equal to
2F.
in spherical mirrors.
What is real image?
Real image. image which can be captured on a screen is known as real image.
Image formed by plane mirror is
It is always virtual and laterally inverted.
the radius of curvature of a mirror is 20 centimeter. So focal length is
Radius of curvature is 20 centimeter. Then the focal length will be half of the radius of curvature. So the focal length will be 10 centimeter.
what is principal axis?
The imaginary line which passes through the center of curvature and the pole in a spherical mirror is known as principal axis.
What is focal length?
The distance between the pole and the focus is known as focal length.
Radius of curvature.
The radius of the the sphere, the imaginary sphere of a spherical mirror is known as radius of curvature.
Is linear aperture. Linear aperture.
Right.
What is pole?
The pole is the center of a spherical mirror.
What is center of curvature?
Center of it is center of curvature is the center of the imaginary sphere of a spherical mirror.
What is the position of the object if its image is real and inverted and enlarged?
The position of the object is
The position of the object if its image is real and inverted and enlarged.
then the object is between C and F.
Give one example of real image.
Example of real image. An image which when an image is formed on the screen of the cinema halls.
Define principal focus of a convex mirror.
The principal focus, the distance between the pole and the focus is known as the principal focus.
This is spherical mirror.
A mirror